Here we are for round 13 in the career mode, and we are at Italy. So it's one of the Mercedes stronghold tracks. I mean, it suits straight line speed. So hopefully you can bag a pole here, but you can see out of the first corner, we're already down to 10th. We get quite a bad run. So here we are now. You can see we're a few tenths behind Vettel, but we can easily pull it back. So yeah, coming into this, we've had, of course, we won Spa, and of course Vettel DNF. So yeah, it's been quite a good run for us in terms of well, yeah, we're now 28 points ahead of him. So yeah, going into this, yeah, I mean, high expectations. Of course, it's a Mercedes stronghold, as I said, but we're going to qualify third. We made a couple of mistakes that lap, as you saw. We were actually down to about 10th in the middle of part of the lap, but we managed to fight back. And yeah, and also another thing, we have bumped it up to 100 Legend AI. So the grid, it's a Ferrari front row from a Mercedes second row. The Force Indias will lock out the third row for the first time this year, so actually out-qualifying the Red Bulls. So both of them out-qualify Ricciardo, who starts in 7th, and Massa in 8th. 9th will be Grosjean, 10th will be Hulkenberg. 11th will be Verstappen, 12th will be Magnussen. 13th will be Sainz, starting ahead of Palmer. The 8th row of the grid will be Kvyat, starting ahead of Stroll. 17th will be Alonso, and of course the McLaren's second back row, and the back row will be filled by the Saubers. So going into this, yeah, hopefully you can bag a win. I mean, that will help extend our gap to Vettel. So, well, we're going to have to somehow manage to get past the Ferraris. And of course, wet does suit them, but of course we're quite good in the wet ourselves, as we saw at Spa. So we actually get quite a bad start. We're down to 5th. We're going to try to hold it around the outside of Perez. He's actually going to feed up the inside of Bottas. He gets shoved slightly wide. We're going to get him and on the traction, and that's us up into 4th. So now we can put pressure on our teammate and hopefully pressure the Ferraris. We're going to go straight up the inside, not wasting any time. We actually get Raikkonen catch Raikkonen mapping as well. We're going to try to go around the outside of him, and yeah, we don't manage to do it on the traction, but it should only be a matter of time. And then we can go chasing after Vettel. So it's been quite a good start. Of course, we lost 2 positions off the line, but we gained them back really quickly. And we're about to get Raikkonen. If we could just get a good run, of course, using the Mercedes straight line speed. I'm going to throw up inside of Raikkonen, and that's us into 2nd before lap 1's even ended. So now we're going to have to chase after Vettel, who's, I think, 2 seconds up the road. But as we cut on to the end of lap 2, we've actually already bridged that. So we definitely got pace in the rep. So hopefully we can just do what we did in Spa and just pull away, and you can see that absolutely smashing the lap record. Vettel's going to go defensive. We're going to go around the outside. We're going to go side by side. We're actually going to cut him off a bit. So quite strong, quite aggressive on our part. But of course, he is our championship rival, so we do need to be as aggressive as possible. And yeah, safety car was deployed on lap 5. I think Massa was DNF'd. So yeah, and you can see there just running over the curbs. Braking quite late. Of course, quite hard to spot your braking on that corner. But the safety car was only out for a lap. It allowed the guys behind to catch up. And yeah, a lap later, we're about to go green. We're going to actually have quite a fast restart. And we're going to restart now. You can see trying to get the traction and a good exit. And you can see we've already dropped him. You can see if you look behind us, and I think Bottas is going to make a move on Vettel. They go side by side. I think Bottas has the inside line. And yeah, Bottas is up into 2nd. So after Mercedes starting 3-4 on the grid, Bottas and I managed to work our way up to 1-2. So it's been a really good start for us. You can see now, next lap, we actually go really wide. We're going to have to take the escape road, knocking over a few bollards. And actually, as we rejoin the track, it's Bottas is going to go up the inside. And yeah, he nearly took us out there. So we had to take avoiding action. But yeah, we've dropped back down to 2nd. Of course, Bottas had the pace over us. Anyway, gained up on us. And the VSC is now deployed. So somebody else is out of the race. I think it was Magnussen. So yeah, I mean, safety car now, a virtual safety car. So quite a hectic start to this Grand Prix. We've gone from 3rd to 5th to 1st, and now back down to 2nd as a result of the mistake. On the safety car restart, actually we get a bad run, and that's going to allow Bottas to pull away a bit. You can see now, just trying to pressure him. See if we can get him back. There we go now, in his slipstream. We're going to make a late lunge, brake really late, and yeah, up the inside, I don't think neither of us were expecting it, but we don't quite make the move. Actually tag his side a bit, and we lose a bit of traction. But now you can see Vettel's right on our tail now, so that squabble actually helped him out quite a lot. Of course, he was quite a few seconds behind us. But again, we're going to try to pressure Bottas, try to get back into the lead, so we're going to be on board for the next part of the lap. You can see now, just trying to pressure him, but we've actually dropped back a bit off that corner. You can see as we look behind us, Vettel in our mirrors, so we can't afford to make a mistake. So we follow Bottas through this corner. We get quite a good run. But again, I don't know if we can get him this straight. We're going to have to wait for the next one and maybe make a pop up the inside like we did last time. Trying to get a good run, but not the best traction. But again, just we sort of equal Bottas's run. We're actually pulling away from Vettel a bit. Here we go now. And again, we brake really late. We're able to brake late on that corner. We make the apex still. We actually go up the inside and we get him this time. So much more successful move. And yeah, we've been braking late, almost too late on that corner for the last few laps. But it's actually paid off. And yeah, now we're just setting purple laps. Just pulling our advantage. You saw Vettel pit on lap 13. But we're just going to stay out because we're just going purple. And on lap 15, we're still going purple. So we should actually be able to pull off an overcut on Vettel. I say that may actually make a little mistake, but sure that won't really matter. Now we're going to go into the pits. Just making sure we hit the speed limit and just a little lag spike for good measure. Here we go into the pits now. It's quite a slick pit stop from the Mercedes boys. I think it's a bit slower than what we had last time out in Spa, but never mind. 2.8 is still quite a good stop. But here we go now. We're actually going to come out in second, well ahead of Vettel. So the overcut really has worked. I think he was about 2 seconds behind us, but he's easily about 4 now. And we go purple in the last sector. We've actually done quite a big overcut on Bottas. So it's worked out really well for us. We're in the lead right now, but you can see we started on really low fuel. And on lap 17, we're still on really low fuel. We go purple, but we're going to have to start fuel saving if we want to make it to the end of the race. So you can see now, if you just fast forward, you can see I'm shifting up through the gears really early. And as a result, we're losing time. You can see we're red by quite a few tenths. When we're on new tyres, we should be going purple. You can see, taking really high gears through those corners. Gear 5 through that corner. I normally take gear 4. Gear 4, well, that wasn't especially a high gear. But you can see Vettel sets the fastest lap. So they're in chase to us now. And you can see that they've gained a lot of time on us as we're losing about 2 seconds a lap in this fuel saving. You can see we've saved about half a lap of fuel in 2 laps. So it's definitely working. But running right there isn't going to help our cause. You can see, as we look behind us there, Bottas is closing in on us. Yeah, just slowly, we managed to save enough fuel, but now we're going to have to focus back on defending from Bottas because he's right behind us in our mirrors and actually make another mistake. This is going to land around the outside, so the 4-second gap we had to him is all gone. We managed to defend up the inside, but on fresher tyres, we're now at a disadvantage. Maybe we should have not underfueled the car as much because now it's actually coming back to bind us. But you can see we're finally green on the fuel, so we can finally start pushing again. But is it too late? Because we're going to have to defend from him again. He's not close enough, so we're going to save a bit more fuel now, so we have a bit more fuel for later on. We're going to go defensive, just trying to protect from Bottas. But here he comes now. We're going to try to dial out the slipstream, but he's going to manage to follow us. And here he's got a good run on us. We have to go back into Rich Mix. And he's going to be side by side with us. We managed to defend, but we go a bit wide. And actually go into the gravel. We've lost a lot of time, and that's going to allow Vettel up the inside, and we're down to third. So we lost about 2 seconds by going in the gravel, and it's not really helped us at all. We're going to go round the outside of Vettel straight away. We don't have time to battle with the Ferrari. We have to get right back at our teammate if we want to win this race. Of course, trying to make it 2 wins in a row. Again, closing in on him. Can we make a move this time? He's going to try to get past Van Dorn. He's going to lose a bit of traction. We go around the outside of him and get quite good traction. So we're right behind Bottas again. He pulled back the 2 seconds we lost to him. And now on lap 25, we might be looking to make another move for the lead. But you can see it's drying up now. So you can see I've got intermediates on my next tyres. And we actually might pit now. We're going to try to get him around the outside. He's going to be side by side. We're going to get him, but he's going to hold us. And we go a bit wide. That's going to allow him back. And we're going to try to go to the inside, try to do the cutback. And we're actually going to go into the pits this lap. So we're going to gamble. And yeah, we lost quite a lot of time that lap. So hopefully the intermediates is the right choice. But we've only got 2 laps to do it. So I made a bit of a blunder there. I thought I had 3 laps. And that's going to make it even more hard for us to actually get back into a podium position. Because we're back all the way down in 6th. So now we're going to have to try to gain 5 positions if we want to win. But actually, I think we might have made a bit of a strategic error. Because right now, it's definitely Inters. But it's not as dry as I would have hoped. You can see now we've gained time on Ocon, but it's not as much as I need. I need to gain about 10 seconds a lap, but we're definitely not going to be gaining that right now. Probably gaining about 2 or 3 at most. So now we just need to salvage a result from our blunder. It's not been the best of strategy calls, but we're going to try to get him now. We're going to get a good run, and you can see traction-wise, it definitely is the Inter. So we made the right call, but if we had about 2 more laps, maybe it'll be worth it. Maybe we definitely would have got us the win, but now we've got 1 more lap in order to get from 5th to 1st, so it's probably not going to happen. And Raikkonen 5 seconds down the road, so we might not even get 4th at this stage if it's not Inters. time. So this has been a really bad decision on my part. And yeah, we probably should have settled with second. And we probably could have got Bottas anyway, because you had the pace over him. But anyway, it's not the biggest deal in the world, because we still got a massive lead to Vettel. But this would have helped us extend the lead even more. You can see we actually pulled in a lot of time on Raikkonen. We gained about 4 seconds on him this track, going purple. And again, we're going to out-traction him. And we're going to get up into 4th place. You can see it's definitely Inter's. One more lap, we probably could have got the win. Because right now, we're absolutely flying on these tyres. Gaining about 6 seconds a lap on the leaders. And as we come across the finish line, we set a new fastest lap by over 2.5 seconds. So it's just a shame that we made this strategy call a bit too late. But yeah, that's going to be it for this race. And yeah, 4th place. Not a really good result at all. I think it's the first race we've actually lost from our grid position, so apart from Austria. So it's been not a really good race. But we were in the lead up until that strategy blunder. But hopefully next race we can come back stronger. You see Bottas getting his first win of the season from Vettel. And then Ricciardo rounds out the podium. But yeah, we're right behind Ricciardo. So if we just had a few more corners, we would have been able to get the podium. But it's not really too big of a problem. He's still got hold a really large lead over Vettel as a result of his 2 DNFs. 1 in Azerbaijan and 1 last race in Spa. So you see, as we look down the classifications, you can see Palmer in 9th place. So he's getting some shot points. As we look in the drivers' standings, we can see we've actually dropped a few points to Vettel. As you look down, Grosjean has moved down a position and Esteban Ocon has overtaken him. So Force India having quite a good showing. Of course, they lost a few positions on their grid position, but you can see they're well ahead of Williams in the constructors. So it's definitely a battle for 5th, but that's going to be it from this episode. See you